What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like the Phoenix Mercury just fired huge shots at Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And Diana Taurasi is on the verge of being suspended. We finna unpack it all. For this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Just a few hours away from Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever making their second half debut for the 2024 season. And we already know it is going to be fireworks going down in Indiana because they're hosting Diana Taurasi and the Dinosaurs, bruh. I just got to keep it real. Well, it looked like there is a little drama leading up to this tip-off because the Phoenix Mercury just fired huge shots at none other than Caitlin Clark. It's being reported that Phoenix Mercury throws shade at Caitlin Clark on social media ahead of Friday's rematch game. The Phoenix Mercury will open up the second half of the WNBA season against the Indiana Fever on Friday night, but ahead of the highly anticipated rematch, the Mercury social media team took a little shot at Caitlin Clark Fever on TikTok. The team posted a hype video on TikTok that began with the woman saying, "I missed the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Where are you?" The video then flips to a young fan who says, "Who's Caitlin? I'm here for Diana Taurasi." Then we see a montage of Taurasi highlights. The video caption, "We'll take our 6-time gold medalist any day of the week. Thank you." Now, guys, I'm telling you right now, I just synced this video, and it is definitely taking a dig at Caitlin Clark, and this is ridiculous, bro. Why even throw stones when you live in a glass house? Because we all know, if it came down to it, Caitlin Clark is 20 times better than Diana Taurasi right now. Now, I'm not saying that her career will be better than hers, but as of right now, Caitlin Clark's track record is proven to be better, bro. This is just ridiculous that their media team will start beef for no reason. Caitlin Clark have never said nothing bad about Diana Taurasi or the Phoenix Mercury. She always uplift them, speak highly about them, but yet and still, these WNBA teams always got to take a shot at Caitlin Clark because they're jealous of all of the attention, bruh. This is getting out of hand, dog, and for people to condone this, it's just mind-boggling. Moving on to another story, yes, Diana Taurasi is currently in the hot seat because she's on the verge of getting suspended from the WNBA. Benching looming for Diana Taurasi after 5th technical foul. Phoenix Mercury veteran Diana Taurasi received her 5th technical foul of the 2024 WNBA season on Thursday night during a clash against the Chicago Sky. Sophia Cunningham and Michelle both issued double technical fouls, and on-court altercation broke out. Taurasi received a technical foul for her role in the conflict as well. By rule, any player who receives 7 technical fouls in a single season is hit with the automatic 1-game suspension. Taurasi is now 2 techs away from reaching that mark. And to make situations even worse for the Dinosaur team, they have the most technical fouls out of any other team in the WNBA, and that's just not a good look, bruh. Now, I will be on lookout for Diana Taurasi tonight as they is set to play Indiana Fever in a couple hours, and I'm pretty sure it is going to get chippy because we already know they don't like Caitlin, bro. Moving on to another story, the WNBA trade deadline is coming up this upcoming Tuesday. Lynn Dunn has been on record stating that she is not looking for any blockbuster trades. Now, Kelsey Mitchell did let reporters know she will be exploring free agency. Now, as of right now, no information has come out about which teams have been in contact with the basketball all-star, but as more news come out about that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Moving on to another story, Caitlin Clark sat down with the media before this matchup against the Dinosaurs, and she had a lot of things to say. Let's roll the footage right now.
This week about just everything going through the roof since you got here. Are you numb to all that? Or does that, other than Freddie blowing up, obviously?
Yeah, Freddie did blow up.
What is that feeling like for you?
I think statistics are very interesting. I think it's one thing to like feel it, but when you have numbers that are like backing it up and like you see that growth from just a year, less than a year ago even, to now, it's absolutely incredible. It makes me excited about the possibility of the future. It makes me very grateful for everything that's happened, and I mean, it's impacted a lot of people's lives, and obviously not just us players, but people that work here, Freddie, you know, whatever it is, people that work in the team shop, or, you know, you can go on and on about everything that has kind of changed. But I think for me, it's like numbers really, like, numbers don't lie, and it's the same as basketball. Like, numbers don't lie, film doesn't lie, and it's the same for how much growth our franchise has had over the course of the last year. So it makes me really happy, and like, yeah, some of those stats are really funny, like hot dog sales and Freddie appearance, you know, people wanting Freddie to come and show up at whatever it is. I mean, we might have to get more Freddies, I guess, honestly. I don't know how many. There's a mini Freddie. I like mini Freddie. Mini Freddie just shows up randomly every 10 games. It's like, you never know when he might show up more fresh and prepared and whatever it is. But I think, you know, still understanding that this league is very difficult and kind of getting back into the routine of things. I mean, I felt like we were playing good basketball right before the break, and especially myself, I felt like I was starting to get in a group. So it was like kind of a weird thing of like, I wanted to kind of keep playing. Like, I felt like we were kind of find our flow together, and me, myself, and then you go on a month-long break, and it's like, you don't get to play for a month. So I think there's definitely a balance of it, and I feel like we've been itching to get back out on the court, especially over the course of the last week. It's like we've been ready for it, and now you guys just got to come out and show the work that you've put in. And you know, some games are going to be great, some games aren't going to be great. That's just how this league works. It's going to be taking it one game at a time, and I thought that's what we did really well there over the course of the last 2 weeks before the break. Is like we were only going one game at a time, and I think that helped us out.
In the gauntlet of the 11 games in 20 days, and not only surviving but thriving, kind of what is your assessment of that as you now look ahead? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I can reflect back on, and I feel like I've grown so much, and I'm really proud of myself because I felt like those first 11 games in 20 days were like really difficult for myself because I expect so much of myself, and I wanted to be so good, not only for my teammates, and we're all trying to figure it out, and everybody expected us to be great, and then you're 1-8, and everybody's frustrated, and we're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? But I think continuing to stay positive and to stay the course, I think it taught us all a lesson of being able to persevere and be resilient and show everybody that instant gratification isn't always, you know, the greatest thing in the world, but that's always what everybody wants. And I think it's going to prepare us for these last 14 games, honestly. I think if we don't start 1-8, who knows, you know, where we're going to be at the end of the year. I think we're in a great position in 7th place, but every single game is going to be important for us. And I think every single person on this team has learned a lot about themselves and what they need to bring to this team to help us be successful. And once we've figured that out, everybody sees like, all right, this franchise has so much potential, and for me, that's what gets me excited and I want to come and work here every single day.
Last one, James.
Caitlin, you've been winning at every stage or every level of your life, and so when you look at this and you're in the thick of the playoff hunt, what's that chase like right now as a competitor?
Yeah, it gets you excited. I think if a lot of people at the beginning of the season, like, we're 1-8, and if people thought we were going to go to the break at 7th place, a lot of people would have thought you were lying. I probably would have thought you were lying too. But we just came and continued to work. And once we found our groove, I think people just found confidence. And I think for a young group that, you know, there's like young players. I'm in my first year, AB's in her second, Liz in her third. We're playing a lot of people that don't have a ton of experience in this league and how this league works. Confidence is everything. Confidence is good for the group, and it's also contagious. So the more we've had of that, the better we've been. But like Chrissy said, like, obviously playoffs.
Shake the haters.